Hi, my name's Dustin Atkin. I'm the new trail boss here on the Fiery Gizzard. I'm working for the Student Conservation Association to help complete the Phase 2 reroute of the Fiery Gizzard. One of the things that excites me the most about working on this project is ensuring that this trail is here for future generations. And also I'm enjoying working with the volunteers, so it's great to know that people want to come out and volunteer their time to ensure that this trail is going to be here for future generations. Phase 1 is basically done. There are still about 80 steps that need to be put in on the Phase 1 section, and that will I'll pretty much wrap that up, and then we'll come back over to Phase 2 and work on finishing it. All told, the reroute is about 1.5 miles, and we've got probably about 3/4 of a mile done so far. The stones you see behind me were bought thanks to a Lyndhurst Foundation grant, and we are moving them into position using a pulley that we purchased through a Tennessee Trail Association grant. So the forklift brought them in as close to site as possible, where we then lift them in the air using the pulley, and then we belay them into position, so then we can lower them into the spot without actually having to carry them down the slope. And I ask anybody in the general public that wants to come out and help to come out every Saturday and Sunday for the rest of the summer. We meet at 9 o'clock in the Grundy Forest at the Fiery Gizzard Trailhead. We ask that you bring your own lunch, plenty of water, gloves, and sturdy shoes, and come help build this trail for future generations.
Cut out a nice little spot for the step to go in, level it, and then we'll stick this gravel in that spot so it's a nice firm bed of gravel for the stone to sit on. Okay. And you just do them one at a time. And you can see the pulley above us is how we lower the stones into place. Okay. We don't carry that. Yeah, we don't carry the stones down here. You use the pulley, you belay it, and then you lower it right into the spot. This initial layer is called a duff layer. It's kind of just real rich organic matter. It's kind of like a black color. It's from years of leaves and organic matter, falling on the forest floor and then decomposing and making this really rich soil. And we're getting rid of that. And all these kind of, you can see all the roots in there, until you get kind of down to this darker, or this lighter colored layer rather. You can see that the soil starts to change color and gets to this lighter colored stuff, and this is kind of more like the clay mineral soil. You want to get the dirt level with the surface of this, roughly. You just kind of dig it out, and when you get it pretty close, we will you tamp it all in place and make sure it's nice and packed down and flat. We've gotten down to the mineral layer now, and I always try to cut as many roots out as I can. If they're bigger than your ankle, we kind of say to leave those. If they're smaller than that, you can cut them. These gravel, I usually get it kind of a little bit beneath the level of this. Then I put the stones out on there, and then I'll level it with just a little layer of clay.
Oh, that sounds right. That does look like bacon.
We struck bacon.
I struck bacon.
Bacon. It's pretty. It looks like bacon. It's funny.
Okay. So let's wait. I lift this in the air. You stick that piece of wood under there when I get it up. The lever. Just the front. No, just to hold it in the air. All right. So you want to make sure this is in the middle of the stone, and then also this should terminate just about in the middle. And that'll make sure it stays fairly balanced. This is a repelling belay setup. It's all locked off right now. This is a pretty ingenious setup, and it works extremely well.
No, totally. I was wondering how you were actually going to get it over the trail.
Props to the Tennessee Trails Association. They bought that for us.
You pull on this rope, and it's best to keep this thing in parallel with the ropes when you pull. That gives you maximum efficiency. And the way this works, every time you pull the rope, this thing grabs when the...
Stops it.
Yeah, it won't let it go back through the other way.
Right.
So to loosen it, you have to pull this rope to release tension off of this guy. See, when I pull it, it lifts that guy up.
Okay.
You can use a descender too.
Okay. Same kind.
And it will slide up and lock down. And when you start pulling this, this eventually is going to start
Yeah.
sliding. So stay
out of the way.
yeah, stay north of it. If it rolls too, it's going to go that way, not them. It's okay. It'll fix itself. We should have probably put this rope a little higher. It has been a little bit of a pain. Okay, now yeah, you have to go down there next to it to get it the rest of the way. And you don't want to get the pulleys touching each other. You want to leave 6 inches or so between them. One more. Okay, that's good. And when we go down, we want to make sure that this doesn't get under the rock and it doesn't cut it. Beyond that, it's okay if it gets dirty. All right, and this is how, I'll show you how this belay works. This is a repelling belay device. You can repel a lot of weight with it. You're around all 4 of these horns right now, and your lock off, you twist the rope towards the horn, and that's gonna lock you. Even if I take the lock off, it's not gonna immediately start going anywhere. If I take it off one horn, it starts. If I take it off the other one, it really starts moving. All right, it's coming down. Eventually it'll start floating again.
Alright, stop! A little bit more. Alright, stop right there.
Lock it off.
Yep.
You want to do trade?
We might have to. A little more forward. A little more.
It's coming closer.
You can lay it down there.
Which way are you saying then? Forward towards you?
Okay, just kind of balance with me.
Yeah, we could try that. Man, I am already dripping.
Does it need more, do you think?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. The nice thing is now we can even, it's mostly, most of the weight is off of it.
Yeah.
But just enough we can lift it into place and then stand on it.
Now we just need some blood and tears.
And really,
We got sweat.
yeah, I know, man. My sweat is all over
Not
this
yet,
trail.
though.
That's awesome.
The
What we
tears
do-
are okay, but let's hold up on the blood, okay?
That's right.
We put this under the front edge of the stone a lot of times, so when we set the stone on, it's on this, and then all we got to do is go back with the pick and pick it up.
Pull it out. Okay.
We didn't do that. It's not a big
And why
deal.
would you do that? Why do you put that in there?
Because
Without leverage.
you got to get the strap out.
Aha.
So you got to be able to.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
But really, we can do it just like. I don't know.
Yeah, because then you could,
Let's do two.
Lay the strap on the ground and then put the rock on top of it. Not ideal. Have to drag him like that. Slow down. 1 foot.
it's pretty flat on the back, too.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
That's good. Keep spinning it until we get all this rope undone.
Watch your leg. One's got a, it's got a sharp on the end.
Okay.
And this one's kind of, yeah, so this toward me.
Let go of it. We good. We need to
It
move
needs
over.
to go over.
Hang on. It's not the rock.
Flip, I like that.
That does feel more stable right there, though. Look at that.
here in that tree, Ellen.
Sorry?
When I hike these, I don't think about it, but it makes a big difference to walk on a nice even surface. And so what we've done is trim this so that it's an angle when the water flows down. And what I'm doing now is flattening the path so that the water will go this way rather than down the trail and erode it.
So in these sections right here where the trail turns, this downhill side is going to be real susceptible to erosion. So that's why we put these giant stones here, and then we're going to stack a bunch of other stones just to really reinforce this downhill side. Come on, this duff layer still needs to be cut back another foot or so.
Okay.
And you cut it back, and that way it's got an angle to it. If it's got this 90-degree angle, this is going to tend to erode more quickly. So that's another thing we can do is you kind of go back with the tool and just cut back a little bit, and you peel that whole layer back, and then that way you've got kind of a slope, kind of similar to what's back behind you. See how it's kind of got an angle to it. This staircase is the next kind of consideration I have, is how to do that properly. Also, this stone right here, it's kind of cool. It just hangs out over. It's got, you know, like a foot of overhang, and it's really sturdy. So I kind of wanted to use that one somehow or another. Today, I guess we can start on working on those steps, and then those couple little sections of trail between here and there. Like this has a nice grade to it. The water will run downhill, so we could kind of do that in some spots where it's not graded yet.